It was a sunny Saturday morning. My mom and I sat in the car in the parking lot behind PetSmart and waited. We were all set up and ready. Crates set, collars set, and leashes set, treats set, water set. Then the cell phone dinged. It was a text letting us know the transport would be late. We rolled down the windows, sat back, and eagerly waited. An hour or so later, we heard the van come rumbling by and pulled to a stop. "Here we go," my mom said as we hopped out of the car. It was our first time helping with transport. Other rescues were waiting too. The driver of the van opened the back door. As it opened, all I could see was crates stacked sky high. There wasn't an inch of space not filled by a crate. I wondered how many dogs were being rescued with this transport. I turned and looked at my mom with a look of panic. The dogs barking were so loud, and all of the dogs wanted out. I couldn't even imagine how scared the dogs were traveling from Missouri in the back of a van. It was hard to hear as the driver began to call out the rescue names. "Almost home, Magnificent Mutts, Help Save Pets." As he called out names, each rescue volunteer stepped forward and grabbed their rescue dog. We anxiously waited for him to call out our rescue's name. Finally, the driver shouted out, "Arf." We walked up with a slip lead in hand. The driver opened the crate a tiny bit and slipped the lead onto the dog. Then out jumped a startled, shepherd-looking fellow. He pulled and zigzagged on the lead. "Take him to the grassy area," my mom said, "then offer him some water." He pulled me to the grass and did his business. I squatted down to give him a gentle pat. He backed away. He was scared. "It's okay, buddy," I said in a super calm voice. "Everything is going to be okay. Are you hungry?" I said as I dragged him to the food bowl. He was not interested. He just kept pulling me, trying to get away. I wondered if I ever would get his trust. I pulled him to the water bowl, thinking he must be thirsty. He lapped up so much water, I thought he would burst. He pulled me around a little bit more, and then I thought I would try something different. I reached into my pocket and pulled out a treat. He cautiously sniffed my hand, but backed away again. This was no piece of cake. I kept my hand held out, waiting and hoping. Ever so slowly, the scaredy cat approached. He sniffed the treat and success! I pulled out the second treat and he gobbled it up too. I sat down on the grass and tried to pet him again. This time, he didn't back away. As I sat there beside the frightened dog, I watched more volunteers walk up to the van and come away with new dogs. Some were yappy, some were timid, some were huge, some were small. Then I felt something nudge my hand, and it was the shepherd-looking fellow. He wanted another treat. Then the process started all over again as my mom walked over with our next rescue dog.